You know what I would like to hide from and never see in my whole life? A shark. Since I've been here on Hawaii, on the island of Maui, which I am not there, but somebody was out surfing and they got bitten by a shark. So I think it's probably a good thing to know a little bit about sharks and be real careful. So I have a book here called Shark Patrol. Let's look at this book and see what we can learn. Here's the sizes of sharks. We won't go through all the words, but the biggest one is a whale shark, which can be 50 feet. And a little teeny tiny one there is a Hawaiian lantern shark, which is 1.5 feet. Now, if I put my arm out right about to here, that's about 1.5 feet. But if you looked at the top of a big building way taller than your house, that would be about 50 feet. So they have all different kinds of sizes. Shark Patrol, A Discovery Adventure in Hawaii by Ron Hershey. Here is the SS Scoutabout. Smart shark guy, Kai, is going to write this story for you. Aloha! Here we are in Hawaii aboard the SS Scoutabout. We spent all last winter following whales from Alaska to Hawaii, and now we are going to study other sea creatures. In fact, sharks. We're going to sail to California soon, but first, let's find out about the sharks in the warm island waters, where the sharks are known as mono, your ocean friend, Kai. Here's our crew. Now, Auntie Jan, is a biologist. Captain Mike is a fisherman who helps rescue search projects like shark studies. My sister Lihua and I are along, and I get to help. We both get to help in lots of ways. We get to even sketch the sharks we discover. And we have our puppy dog along. His name is Scout, and he's going to keep watch, pricking up her ears and wagging her tails if she hears the whales singing. I wonder if she'll be able to hear any sharks. I don't think sharks sing, but let's go find out. Here we are, taking off in the ocean, and this is the things that live under the sea. Sharks swim the sea in many sizes and shapes. Some have razor sharp teeth, and others don't have any teeth at all. Their sleek bodies and the shape of their scales help them slip quickly through the water, and their keen sense of smell, sharp eyesight, and pretty good hearing make them the very best predators. Do you know what the word predator means? It means you catch other animals. You don't want to be a predator. Let's just say that. Great white sharks and many others have large, sharp teeth. This is a great white shark's teeth right here. They're just right for catching fish and marine mammal prey. But the whale shark, the biggest shark and biggest fish of all, has little teeny tiny teeth, and they're almost hidden in its enormous mouth. Look at this. Look at the size of this mouth. He's got little tiny teeth. Look at that. Whereas this shark, the great white sharks, they have, I'm telling you, those teeth look scary to me. How about you? Oh, let me see what my friend or my sister, Fisher Girl, Lahua says. I spend lots of time fishing with friends, but I hope I never hook a great white or whale shark. They are so big, they would break my fishing pole and line for sure. And here's some more from her. Dear shark friends, we snorkel every morning when we're in Hawaii. It's so fun to see all the butterfly fish, the stalefish, the parrotfish, humu, Hawaii's state fish. They're about as long as I am tall, and most of them are friendly, but they also have sharp teeth and can be dangerous, so we never swim near them. Some people actually dive down and feed them. That is not very smart. Swimming with Humu Humu Lahua. And here is what biologist Jan has to say. Some sharks live close to the shore and others live only at great depths, far out at sea. White-tip reef sharks are one of the most common sharks that are seen very close to Hawaiian shores. They usually spend the day tucked into a reef crevice or cave. They return there time and time again. Their white tips grow to about 5 feet and prey on many kinds of reef fish, lobsters, and crab. Your mom is probably about 5 feet tall, so that gives you an idea about how long they are. But do you see how they've got the little tips? Now, Ocean Guy Kai says, Lahua and I went fishing from shore today. She caught some tasty awi oweo for dinner, and I caught a baby hammerhead shark. People think their head is shaped like a hammer, but I say it looks like a mountain bike's handlebars. Look at how his eyes go. Do you see that? Fisher Girl Lahua says, Auntie Jan helped Kai release his little hammerhead after we checked out its rough heads and weird scales and weird head. She says their nostrils are set far apart, just like their eyes. So here's their eyes, but the nose is that far apart too, where they smell. It helps them track down prey and pick up odors from one side and the others. The biologist Jam says, hammerhead sharks swim in from the open ocean to give babies in the shallow waters. Like most sharks, their babies develop inside their mother's body, and they are born fully grown, 2 feet long at birth. Young hammerheads swim to deeper waters as they grow. Eventually, they will be about 20 feet long. Now, if your mom stood on your dad's head and your grandma stood on top of your mom's head and then your grandpa stood on top of grandma's head, you still wouldn't be 20 feet. It's kind of a long ways. So they're pretty big. Fisher Girl Lahua says, let's talk about this one. Most sharks are not dangerous, but some, like tiger sharks, can be for sure. One of Auntie Jan's surfer friends lost an arm to a tiger shark bite. None of us swim or surf when signs are posted along the beach warning us of shark sightings. But lucky for us, we have a safe way to watch sharks of all kinds thanks to Captain Mike's shark camera. Look at the shark camera. And you see that? It's fun and cool with video game controls. Yesterday, we slipped it over a reef ledge, and just as a huge school of fish swirled away, there was a huge tiger shark. He came charging at them. He was thinking maybe that shark cam was something to eat. But as soon as we flashed on the light, that tiger got scared and swam away. Tiger sharks, Captain Mike says, are well named because they have bold stripes. They're predatory, and they eat fish, lobsters, seals, sea turtles, and dolphins. They can grow very big. Let's look at this shark. Fisher Girl Lahua says, today we're going to sail to California looking for more sharks. We hardly got started when Captain Mike made a stop to check out pilot whales. Auntie Jan says sharks like to hang out with these whales, so we dropped our shark camera overboard and scooted around again, and sure enough, there were beautiful oceanic white lips cruising just below the surface. Their big rounded dorsal fins are like soft mountains tipped in snow. Auntie Jan says their long pectoral fins help them swim fast, and they catch fish as they cover miles of open ocean waters. Some sharks gather together in large schools. near grounds that have got a lot of food. In fact, biologist Jan says, as many as 500 or more hammerhead sharks have been photographed all swimming together. Can you imagine? 500? That is a lot of people. There weren't even 500 people in my whole school when I went to school. Now we're going to look at another thing from the desk of biologist Jan. Others gather in schools during long-distance migration, like humpback whales, black-tip sharks, probably hold the record for the largest number of individuals traveling together. As many as 12,000 black-tip sharks swim together from the North Atlantic to summer breeding ground in the Gulf of Mexico. From Shark Guy Kai. Shark alert! Captain Mike got a text today from Florida. His fisherman friend told him that a black-tip shark attacked a man just wading in shallow water. Captain Mike says these Atlantic sharks swim in big schools along the shore. Well, we are far from shore. We're out in the Pacific Ocean, so we won't be troubled by any black tips. But let's see what we're going to see next. Oh my, Shark Guy Kai says, friendly shark alert. I have been hoping for this so much, and there it was. A huge whale shark. It was cruising alongside us in the early morning. Scout About, our boat, is 45 feet long, and this shark was maybe 10 feet shorter, which is enormous for a fish. Auntie Jan hopped overboard with the shark camera and took some amazing photos. It was amazing. Remember, some sharks are mostly loners. Whale sharks are two plankton feeders that are often seen near the surface of the water. They eat all the small sea creatures, but they live very deep water, and no one has ever been able to go deep enough in the ocean to find where they really live. Biologist Jan says, whale sharks filter water through 5 mesh strainers that trap plankton inside their huge mouths. In 1 hour, they get over 16,000 gallons of water to filter through. My goodness, those are big sharks, aren't they? But here we are. Now we are heading to California. Nighttime is amazing without city lights, but with lights sparkling in the sea. Glowing jetfish swam by the millions, and we know there are more even deeper down. Fish Girl Lahua says, we fished today, and as we got closer to the California coast, all of a sudden, Scout started barking. She finally heard the sharks making some noise. We have figured out they don't sing like whales, but there was a whole lot of thrashing and splashing. It could mean only one thing. Thresher sharks were fishing in their special way. We reeled in to watch their tails swirl and splash. Not wanting to hook a thresher, Captain Mike says, don't try to catch a fish right now. Thresher sharks are easy to identify because they have super long tail fins. Look at these long tail fins. Auntie Jan heard from friends that hundreds and maybe thousands of leopard sharks were dying near San Francisco Bay. We sailed past there today, and we saw lots of leopard sharks on the shark camera. They look so beautiful and healthy swimming by the sea otters. Too bad the ocean is so polluted around there. It really did make it hard for those little sharks to live. sands of the sea. Shark explorers. We saw lots of sharks on our journey, but we know there are over 400 different kinds of sharks in the whole world. So our plan is to return to Hawaii and then go to Japan and keep looking for more sharks and sea life. We hope to see all the best sharks around the globe. Aloha, Kai, and Lahua. And look at the puppy dog dressed up in a shark costume to go to sleep. And that's the story about sharks. I look at the ocean here behind me. Maybe you've noticed during the story that I'm right here on the ocean. And I just wonder, how many fish are right there? How many sharks are there? I don't know. It's kind of rough water, so I don't see anybody out swimming today. I hope you got to see a rooster go by or something exciting during the story. That's all for now. Bye-bye. I love you.